Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.
What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. I just want to do a few tips on how to fly the Mavic drone and how to even fly any DJI product drone and how to get a good clip or get a good photo off of it without having to spend hours upon hours of just video editing. Tip number one is basically, this is actually a pretty big one. Keep your ISO at 100. That's what I actually like to do. I like to keep my ISO at 100 and keep my shutter at wherever it is nice to be at, where it makes it look nice. But usually you could put in the corner of the video around right here, a little rectangle, a little graphing on it. You can go into your settings and put that in there, put that in the video, put that in the corner of your thing. It won't be in the end of the video once you're done editing it, but it'll be there while you're recording. But it'll kind of have a little mountain look to it, and have that mountain right in the middle of the square of the rectangle. If it's too low, it's gonna be a little too dark. If it's too high, it's gonna be a little too bright. So you want to keep it right there. That personally, to me, that's the sweet spot. But that is tip number one. Now on to tip number two. Number two, make your video dull at first. Do all of your editing in post editing. Don't do all this nice colorful effect to the video right then and there. Go into your editing and have a custom where it's +1, +1, -1, then 0 in custom when it comes to color grading. Because once you do that, it's gonna make it look like crap. But once you get into post editing and change all the contrast and everything, it's gonna look like a really nice video. Same thing with photos, but it's gonna make it look like a really nice video once you're done editing in post editing. If you edit while you're recording a video and to make it just really colorful and everything, it's gonna suck when you're done editing, because it's not gonna bring out all the colorful and not gonna bring out all the details in your video. Now just do what I do that and just have it look like crap at first and edit it in post editing. Don't make it look like crap. Keep it at 4K 30 FPS, but bring the color grading down a little bit. Make it look a little dull at first, so it's gonna be a lot easier in post editing. That's what a lot of people do with even cameras when they record. But other than that, that's tip number two. Now on to tip number three. Number three is you really want to just, if you're taking a normal photo or a normal video, keep the photo option at normal or HDR. Unless you're taking a picture of a sunset, you want to go to the moonlight, the one where it looks like the moon, like the moon at its wax and gibbous shape. Then that will make it really good looking for sunsets and sunrises, or even looking at the moon. But now that's tip number four. Unless you're wanting to do a 360 photo, then go into Pano. I think that's what it's called, Pano, or whatever it's called, and you'll have an option for a 360 photo, or you can do even a megapixel part where it stitches a bunch of photos together into one really nice high quality photo. That I suggest you do that if you're trying to sell your photos to someone professional. Now on to tip number four. Tip number four. You want your video at, you want to have these little grid patterns that go up and down like that. And if you want to, you can have diagonal patterns too, making your video look a lot more centered when you're taking photos. That is tip number four. Now on to tip number five. Tip number five. You want to keep your video at, you want to have it, there's three options: aperture mode, automatic, and manual. And basically what I suggest you have it at is not automatic. I suggest you guys not have it on automatic mode. I suggest you guys have it on manual, so you can set it on the way you want. Now if you're going in conditions where you're having extreme aperture change, I suggest you do something like not the manual, doing something like the automatic. Now on to tip number six. Okay, personally, I suggest you guys setting your frame at around 25 frames, maybe make that 24 frames a second, 4K 24 frames a second. So 4K 24 FPS. That's really it for tip number 6. Now on to tip number 7. tip number, I think it was number 8, or I'm pretty sure it's number 7. Tip number 7, go to your style and your settings and put that on custom -1, +1, and then +0. That is going to make the best image, best video you can have for recording. Now, that's not saying it's going to be the best looking at first. You want to have some little post editing, but if you don't have that, just go to landscape. That's going to work as well. So tip number 8. So those are some tips for you guys on fixing your video and making it look as good as a professional cinematographer's video. So that is really it. If you guys want to watch any more of my videos, here's my previous video. Here's a video suggested by me, and that's better. Here's the subscribe button. So I will see you guys later. Peace out. Go Grundy.